So we're given the function y equals to the square root of x, and we're applying all these different transformations to it, and it's our job to figure out what the heck is going on here. So whenever I start with a question that deals with these transformations, I always like to write out the general form first. So that looks like y equals a f times b x minus h plus k. You can find this on your diploma formula sheet. It's right on there in the middle of the page. So this formula just describes any different kind of transformation that you can do to a function. So these three that we got here, we're going to be able to tweak this equation to describe what's going on. Okay, so let's just start at the first one and go down the list here. So we want to do a vertical stretch, and we want to do it by a factor of 2. So if you remember, whenever we want to do a vertical stretch, we're always doing it by a factor of a. And in this case, it tells us that our factor of a is equal to 2. So it's just that easy. Our a value here, or I guess I should call it absolute value of a, is equal to 2. Okay, perfect. That's the first one. For the second one, it says we got a reflection in the x-axis. Okay, so which of these parameters here is going to flip it in the x-axis? So the way I remember that is that in order to flip it in the x-axis, you got to change all the y values from being positive and negative. And the way you do that is by making this a value be equal to negative what it already is. So this means that our a value has to be less than 0. So in this case here, that's why I said absolute value of a. So now we know that its absolute value of a is not equal to, a is equal to negative 2. So it does this vertical stretch, and it also reflects it in the x-axis. This kind of does 2 stones with one bird or something like that. Okay, and for the last point here, we have a translation going 5 units to the right and 3 units down. So let's do the one to the right first. So that's going to be a horizontal translation. And a horizontal translation always looks like y equals f of x minus h. So in our case here, we want to go 5 units to the right. That's what we want. So if you remember, we said if h is greater than 0, it's going to be a shift to the right. And if h is less than 0, it's going to be a shift to the left. And we said we want to go 5 units to the right. So we want h to be greater than 0. So we want h to be equal to 5. So that we go 5 to the right. So it's just that easy. Now we know this h value in here. And for the last one, we got to do our vertical translation. That's this 3 units down. And that always looks of the form y equals f of x plus k. And if our k value is greater than 0, it's going to shift it up. But if it's less than 0, it's going down. And we said that we wanted to go 3 units down. So we can see here that we're going to want k to be less than 0 so that it goes down. So our k is going to be equal to negative 3. Okay, so we have our a value here. We got our h, and we got our k as well. So now we can just take these values and plug them up into our top formula here, and we'll be rocking. So that looks like a f times b x minus h plus k. And the other thing to remember is the function that we first started off with. That's y equals to the square root of x. Y equals to the square root of x. So this is our f of x here. Okay, so you're going to see how this relates to this general form. So we write this as y equals a. Instead of f, we have this square root of x. So we go put our square root here, put our b, x minus h, and add our k. Okay, our a value, we said, was -2. Our b, it was just 1. We didn't have anything there. We have x. Our h value is equal to 5. And our k is equal to -3. So that's y equals -2 square root of x minus 5 minus 3. So if we look up here, we can see the correct answer is going to be A.